I only had a short stay over in Washington before heading on west, so my exploration was limited to the area immediately around the National Mall, from Capitol Hill at one end to the Lincoln Memorial at the other. The Capitol was not one building, but several grand ones, which had been added over the years to meet increasing accommodation needs of senators and their staff. The Senate meets in the wing to the north, and the House of Representatives meets in the wing to the south. Although I was not able to visit the White House, I was able to have a tour inside the Capitol building. The rotunda is at the heart of the Capitol. The central ceiling painting is titled "The Apotheosis of Washington." The walls held giant canvases with scenes from the American Revolution, and there was a 360-degree frieze depicting 19 significant events in American history, from Christopher Columbus to the Wright brothers. The old hall of the House of Representatives has multiple statues of notable citizens nominated by their home states. There are about 100 throughout the Capitol buildings, because each state can provide two. The comparatively recent one of Ronald Reagan was the only one I recognized. Connected to the Capitol by underground passage was the impressive Library of Congress building. Lower down Capitol Hill is a small botanical garden where you are welcomed in by the garden court, and can go on through to admire an excellent orchid collection. Next was a visit to the old post office tower. Although it is now a luxury Trump hotel, you can still access its viewing area through a door at the rear. There are views down the length of Pennsylvania Avenue and also down onto the Federal Triangle area buildings. Making use of rooftop areas is quite common in the city. Across the other side of Pennsylvania Avenue is the US Navy Memorial Plaza, appropriately with water features. A lunchtime scene in the business area streets was rows of food trucks offering a huge variety of fast food. In the past, there could have been up to 900 of these licensed vehicles, but coronavirus and related home working has much reduced demand. An important feature towards the east end of the Mall is the National World War II Memorial to the over 400,000 American personnel who lost their lives in the war. At the far end of the National Mall is the impressive Lincoln Memorial in the form of a neoclassical temple. It is in honor of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Here, the Capitol Dome peeps out to the left of the Washington Monument. The obelisk was built in 2 stages with a 20-year gap, and the upper marble has weathered to a slightly darker shade. Nearby is the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, called the Stone of Hope. This temple is to the memory of President Thomas Jefferson, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The National Mall's various buildings and monuments are floodlit at night. And here, the Capitol is seen over the aptly named reflecting pond. And the pipe band in the background is practicing for a competition the following day. I then retraced my daytime steps down the Mall. The Lincoln Memorial too has its reflecting pond. Being from Scotland, I felt quite at home the following day, listening to the US Border Patrol pipes and drums going through their competition piece. The event was part of National Police Week. My visit also coincided with the annual DC bike ride, where 20 miles of public roads had been closed for the day, and some 7,000 cyclists had enjoyed a traffic-free ride, ending up at the Pennsylvania Avenue finishing point. There were some unusual bikes. A little to the north of the Capitol was another fine building, the Union Station, which is listed in the National Register of Historic Places. Following earthquake damage in 2011, major renovation work had been carried out, resulting in today's impressive scene. As I headed back to the Capitol, there seemed to be pandemonium on the streets, and I thought that there must have been some major incident. In fact, as part of National Police Week, some of the officers from out of town had decided on a bit of noisy fun with their classic pursuit cars. Fortunately, peace returned once they had parked up. Some of their colleagues were satisfied with only 1 horsepower.